I'm sitting here just putting together some practice rounds that I'm going to take out tomorrow afternoon. Just a final practice for me before I get loaded up and head out to the Southwest Nationals that are next week. Now, Southwest Nationals, if you watch any other channels, people are prepping for it. You'll see a lot of videos this time of year on it. It's arguably, it's definitely one of the top 3 matches in the country that occurs. It has, oftentimes the highest attendance or equal attendance to the Nationals, the F-Class Nationals. The difference is with the Southwest Nationals, you've also got sling shooters, which you're not going to have during the F-Class Nationals. So it's a huge crowd. It's like 370 competitors, 95 lanes of shooting at a time, 4 people on a relay, 2 people pulling targets at the same time. It is an incredibly well-oiled machine that is something to be seen if you've never attended it. I could do a whole video on what to do if you're going to attend a national level match compared to your local club matches, because it is not the same animal for sure. But let's talk about just something that I think gets overlooked all the time, that I am super guilty of in the past, which is, what do you do before a big match and what don't you do? And I'm going to tell you, what you don't do is probably more important than the things that you do when you're prepping for a big match. So me, I've got my load pretty much dialed in. There's really nothing that's going to change at this point. I know my powder charge. I know my seating depth. I'm really happy with it. Am I going to have to contend with a slight increase in temperature between here, which is averaging 45, and Phoenix, which is averaging about 75 right now? Yes, absolutely. That's a 30-degree difference. There is going to be a difference in the performance of my rounds. Now, hopefully I have taken that into account properly in how I've done my load development. It's something that we all face. There are very few people, well, there's actually a decent amount of people that practice or live in the Phoenix area that shoot at this match. But the reality is, a large portion of the competitors come from areas that are far colder, and we all have to do our best based on experience on what we are going to do in order to get that load to work in a different environment, drier, higher elevation, different temperatures, whatever it is. And that's all we can do. So I have what I think is the best load that I can take with me. I'm just going to go out and kind of just clear my brain, shoot a couple 1,000-yard targets tomorrow, just kind of feel good about it. And then I'm going to do my real loading Friday and Saturday. I fly out on Monday. This is the last of my practice ammo. I've got 100 pieces of brass prepped there. And then I've got another 400 sitting right here. And these are all prepped exactly the same. Everything that I've got here is the same. It's all the same sizing, same trimming, same chamfer, same deburr, same primer, same, everything about it is all the same, so that I'm practicing with exactly what I would practice or shoot with when I'm down in Phoenix. So that's the what you do, right? You build up to a big match like this. It's a huge match. It's a couple $1,000s for most guys to attend by the time you travel, food, lodging. Entry fees are like $400. I mean, it's an expensive match to attend. There's virtually no cash payouts. You do it for the camaraderie. You do it for the ego. You do it to win. There's a lot of different reasons to attend. Money definitely ain't one of them. So you want to make sure that you take the best load you can. So what do you do? Well, you're going to do, like I said, same prep, same. I'm shooting the exact same bullets. Everything I've been shooting for the last month is the same, so that I'm not making changes. And that brings up, what don't you do? You don't change things a week before you go to the match. If I was, these are just crude examples, but maybe I'm shooting and it's shooting really, really well, and then I need to prep my brass, and I go, well, you know what, it was shooting really good with a 2,000 shoulder bump, but I think it would probably be a little bit better with 3,000s. So I go and I size on my brass at 3,000s. Well, you're making a major change. If, I've got bullets that are out of the box, right? Not sorted, not trimmed, not anything, not pointed. And that's what I've been that's what I've been testing and shooting with for the last month and a half to get ready. Then why would I, a week before, without any testing, suddenly decide that I want to trim and point my bullets? And then the other way too. I happen to have trimmed and pointed bullets here. And if I'm testing with those, if that's what my load is based around, then why would I grab a box of brand new bullets and say, well, I don't want to take a chance with those. I'm just going to load what comes out of the box. Would I be fine? Yeah, I might be, but it's not what I've been testing with. It's not what I have confidence in. And I want to bring back, for those of you that have been watching my channel for a while, this hangs in my loading area, and I look at it all the time, and I really want to make sure people understand that there is a big difference between having expectations and having confidence. And you can say I expect to shoot an X, or you can have the confidence to say I will hit an X. And this goes on, and I look at this all the time. And how I do my load development now compared to when I made that list 2 years ago is a big difference, or a year and a half, whatever it was. Because I went to matches with more expectations than confidence. And I can tell you that I have dramatically changed how I do my brass prep, how I do my load development. And the biggest thing I've done is what I don't change weeks out from a big match. And that has given me confidence going into bigger matches now. And I think that's really what's important. This load at 600 yards is shooting exceptionally well. I'm getting the last 600-yard targets I've shot have been a 211, 214, 15, 16, and 17 X's. So this load this year has not dropped a single point for me. That leaves me feeling very confident. I don't have expectations. I have confidence. And that's really what it's all about, because now I can let my subconscious take over. I can focus on, consciously making win calls and not stressing about what the load is going to do. But there are realities like we've talked about. It's going to be 30 degrees warmer. It's going to be drier. It's going to be a lot of things that it isn't here in the Northwest right now. And all we can do is our best. But my best is not making some haphazard change 4 days before I fly to Phoenix in hopes that I'm guessing correctly. I am going to take what I know, and I'm going to do my best with it, and I am going to have confidence with it one way or another. And, that's just sort of my big takeaways, having watched people that are better than me. There's a lot of guys that have shot for a lot more years than I have, that have a lot more experience at high-level matches, that shoot on the U.S. shooting team, that I'm very fortunate to have as friends. And I will tell you that what they don't do before matches is oftentimes more important than what they do before matches. And just keep that in mind when you are preparing for a match, even if it's a local club level match. Don't go making crazy changes, a week or days or whatever it is before you're headed off to that match, because you're just delving into an area that is completely unknown. So anyway, that's my, as we get ready for Southwest Nationals, kind of tidbit number one. I'm going to go have some fun with these tomorrow. Probably do a video on Friday or Saturday just showing you the 400 and something rounds in process, and kind of give you some glimpses in between there. And then I'll probably do a quick video on how I am packing and taking all my gear with me, because I think some people find that interesting. I'm also doing a full-length Zoom call over on my Patreon on Saturday, where I'll be covering probably 2 hours of how I pack and get ready for matches like this, because it's a big question that I often get. So anyway, as always, I appreciate the support. Appreciate you guys watching. You have a great day, and we will talk later.